Hey, it's David Stein with tonight's deep dive. It is April 24th, 2018. We're going to be looking at live cattle, the ETF being COW, COW. We've got definite trend to the downside when it comes to the short, intermediate, and long-term trends. The technical rating is negative. But what we're really going to be talking about today is the potential possibility of some real strong seasonal bias to the upside. And so this is kind of a precursor. When it comes to the patterns, there's nothing that's popping up yet, but I want you to be watching cattle because it's a really good market to trade here. So let's take a look at the market and just get a feel for what has been taking place. You can see that the market has bottomed out here and has been trending to the upside, and we're right now up against major resistance to the market. When we broke this support level, we broke down very quickly. We slowly recovered, coming back up, and with today's action, we attempted to break out, not break out, but at least touch the resistance level, and it did an about face. And so this is really what we're watching right now. Is the market with the seasonal or with the normal trending to the downside, it just hasn't really triggered enough to tell us that this is really going to really rally to the upside, at least as of yet. Once it breaks this level, and that level is 106,675, that's what this level is right here. If we can break above this on a closing bar basis, then I feel a little more comfortable with things. But for right now, what I want to show you is what is taking place with our systems. We had a lot of activity today where the fact that we ran up against that resistance and the market kind of tapered off, a lot of our systems, you can see today being the 24th, we had a lot of systems that triggered, one of which was long. No doubt that there's some ambiguity going on here, but we also had 4 shorts that triggered. All of these are intraday, so the 240 minute is a longer term. You can understand that with the that bias, that thrust up to that resistance level. Not a major surprise that we get a long system triggered, but a 45, a 60, a 90, and another 60 minute, all of those triggered short the market as well. So we have a teeny little profit on a per contract basis, but in general, we've got a really good portfolio here for trading cattle. So, where do we go from here? I showed you that support level, but let me show you what is taking place here with cattle when it comes to the seasonal tendencies, and make you aware that maybe you don't want to jump into positions right now as our systems have, but you want to wait for that key level that I was pointing out. And the reason for that is that cattle is our #1 seasonally accurate market. And when you look at this, you can see that the black line represents the current year. The blue line, in this case, is the 5-year seasonal tendencies, and it's tracked this pretty darn well. And we're right now, literally as we speak, at a point where the market typically has a nice little rally to it. If we look at it on a 10-year basis, it's not as dramatic, but there's still a rally to the market here. So we're really at that critical point. When we take a look at this this resistance level right through here, this number of 106,675, that is the critical level. That if we're able to break above that, then obviously our shorts hopefully would liquidate themselves very, very quickly. But because we failed right now, the systems feel that the market is probably going to taper off here a little bit and really start to sell off. So we have nothing to really show on any of the patterns. We have only this resistance level and the fact that the seasonal tendencies, and it's a seasonally accurate market right now, are telling us that the market really wants to head to the upside. So watch this market carefully. As I said, this critical support level right here of 106,675, that is going to be the crux to our short positions. If we break back above that, then hopefully our shorts will liquidate themselves very, very quickly, and maybe as many shorts will liquidate and more longs will start to take advantage, and we'd come up to theoretically the 50-day moving average. If the market really starts to taper off, then the seasonals are going to be off a little bit, and we would anticipate that the market will come down, maybe not to this level down here, but I could easily see it coming down to the lows that were set through here. So if we take this low in particular, that's 98,825, and I'll give you this reference right here. That's 98, is that right? 98,825 right there. That's what this support level is here. And the low, excuse me, of this bar is 101.20. So somewhere in between this low, this on the 11th, and this particular support level is where we would theoretically anticipate the market really would fall to. That would be great for our shorts. Market recovers, starts to head higher, it breaks above this resistance level, and the seasonal tendencies start to take off. But right now, we stand right here with today's action having found resistance at this level, and a lot of systems having gone short. I'm going to go with what the systems tell us, but I'm going to be watching this market very carefully because if we do break above that support level, or in this case, I'm sorry, this resistance level, then all bets are off, and we would look for the market to really start to head higher. So we're at that critical point right now when it comes to to cattle. There's a great opportunity here that if the market is able to fall and theoretically come down to this level, that's a fair amount of money to be made on those contracts, those short contracts we have out there. So let's see what does take place. Watch this market carefully, and we'll try to give you some other suggestions tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.